Welcome, Savannah and Alannah. Savannah Freifeld from Texas, Katy, Texas, and Alannah Peterson from Burlington, Iowa. Uh, Welcome. Glad to have you on. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. It's been a long day. It's a rough Monday for sure.
Yeah, it is a Monday. How's school going so far? New semester?
Good. It's all right.
Midterms this week,
Midterms are this week.
and then spring break.
Really?
So, but
Oh
Yeah.
wow, you guys
classes
are at
are good.
midterms already? God, it seems,
Um,
man, the year flies by. How was first semester?
First semester was a breeze.
Yeah, actually, it was a lot easier than this one.
Really took it for granted. Everyone really tries to scare you for like college is so hard, but I miss first semester compared to this semester.
Same.
A lot of hard classes, huh? Well, both of you are freshmen, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Freshmen at BVU. I met you both doing, starting this club practices back up. We'll start there. What so far? What are you seeing from the BVU club?
It's nice to see the room full of girls and like they're embracing the girliness, which is that sounds weird, but I feel like it's like what is the word? Like it's common to think like you have to be like you have to look tough to be tough, but like you can wear pink and still be tough, or
Yeah.
your hair can look nice and you can still wrestle hard. And it's like it's good seeing that at club.
Yeah. And they're all a bunch of hard workers, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
Like really, really nice to
They
see.
aren't afraid to beat up on each other, which is
Mm-mm.
good.
Yeah. So that first week you came in and we had a whopping what, four, maybe five girls walk in the door. Were you thinking,
Yeah.
oh my God, what is going on?
Yeah, I was I
Yeah, a
was a
little
little
bit.
shocked.
And then
This
this week,
past
right
one was
around that,
definitely way
yeah,
better.
yeah,
Yeah.
15, I believe, somewhere in there
Yeah,
this
I
week.
think
So
just about.
yeah, so I guess I'm going to start with Savannah because this will be for you because you are not from Iowa. So, the culture of Iowa wrestling, is it different than in Texas?
It's a little, it's like, I feel like wrestling is wrestling, but here it's definitely a smaller world, I feel like. And so everyone really knows each other. Like somehow everyone went to high school together or they know everyone in every other high school. So then it's just, I don't know, everyone knows everybody. But other than that, everyone like the work ethic is still the same. Everyone works hard. They still like have their goals they want to achieve, and that's not any different.
Gotcha. And Alana, you came over from Burlington, so Eastern Iowa to Western Iowa. Little difference in everything. Burlington's pretty good sized. Storm Lake is in the area is not.
Oh.
Any culture shock for you coming across the state?
Um, yeah, a lot of stuff in like this side of Iowa is a lot like culturally more different than Burlington, I feel like. Like in Burlington, it not everybody's so polite as they are up here,
Agree.
honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It is kind of weird. Yeah, but I think everything else is kind of the same.
Gotcha. So let's talk about coming to BV. You obviously both of you had good high school careers. You were looking to wrestle in college. What were some of the things that you did or went and visited? You don't have to tell me other schools, it's fine, but kind of some of the things that you did in your recruiting and how BV checked some of those boxes for you. What you were looking for, I guess.
I was looking for a small school where I could really connect one-on-one with my teachers. And then I was also looking for a coach that had the same like goals that I had, like wanting to work hard, wanting to constantly improve, um, and was like willing to beat me up, honestly. I was wanting that. I was wanting like the hard practices and people to push me. And that's what I was told I would have here at BV. And then also like for BV, it was really nice to have well, the smallness, so I can connect with my teachers way easier than at a bigger school. And then also it being D3, our academics really do come first before athletics because like at the end of the day, that's what I'm gonna have. And
Yeah. So what is your major? What are you majoring in?
exercise science and kinesiology with
So
rehab health.
what do you want to be when we grow up?
I want at this moment, it can always change, but I want to be a physical therapist
Oh, very
for
cool.
ever.
So you probably got a few years after BV of schooling then, don't you?
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah. How about you, Alana? What was the recruiting trail like for you?
I was really open-minded because I didn't really think I wanted to wrestle in college. I hadn't been wrestling that long. But when I came up here and visited, it really felt like home to me. Like I got that homey feel. And I met my professors and like the head of the departments and what I was majoring in. And they were really like reassuring and a lot of the questions I had and a lot of like the fears I had going into college, they were helping me with them. And I just met them. So like good people. And I was looking for kind of a smaller community because you connect with more people that way, and BV really has that here.
Yeah.
Very good. And what's
Yeah.
your major going to be?
I'm double majoring in political science, legal studies, and criminology with a minor in psychology.
Oh my
Oh,
God. That's a lot of
oh,
stuff.
boom.
That's a
Yeah.
lot. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Criminal analysis.
Oh
So
wow.
working for like interrogations and stuff like that.
Oh my God, I was just watching the show all afternoon. My wife watches all these, wives kill husband shows, but we were watching this True Investigations one. It was really interesting. I could see where that would be fun of a fun career. I still
Yeah.
don't know what I want to be when I grow up, so that's why I talk to you guys to see if I can figure out my life someday. So the BV team, you came here for certain reasons. Did the team meet your expectations this year? I mean, that might
Honestly,
be a hard question, but I mean, as far as what you thought it was going to be to what it actually was.
I thought we were gonna have a fuller team. If I'm being honest, we definitely did make having like as few people as we did work. I feel like we still kind of put our name out there for being such a new program still. Um,
I feel like we came in with a decent sized team and we didn't really end that way.
no, but
Yeah,
that happens in the wrestling world, so
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of injuries this
But I
year. Is that?
yeah,
yeah.
good amount.
But I think like with what we had, we worked with it well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are practice partners in the room? I mean, small team. That's probably the hardest part about it. Is there's not a lot of practice partners.
Yeah,
No.
actually, we ended up being practice partners. Me being the lightest in the room and her being the heaviest in the room.
Yep.
So that was fun. But I think it definitely like built more character with us. Like
Yeah.
it rounds us as a
It
wrestler.
taught me more control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. With wrestling with someone so much lighter, I had to like really hold back on some certain things and like think about what I was doing before I did it.
same. I also had to think
Work,
more.
Working more on your technique versus using all muscle, and you working more on, hey, I gotta learn how to I gotta learn how to work with somebody that's heavier, stronger, all those things, which obviously that comes into play later on in matches. That
Yeah,
third period probably for both of you that helps opposites, but it's a good thing.
yeah.
Both of you, I know, were elected captains for the team, so that's a really cool thing to have that leadership coming from two freshmen. Uh, I told you before we started that I've been around a few different builds and the culture of the team. What do you think the culture of the BV team is, and what are you helping to do kind of to build that culture?
I feel like coming in as like incoming freshman, it was kind of segregated. Obviously we had upperclassmen at the time, and then we had like all the new freshmen, and we didn't know how like our dynamic was gonna work together. But as the year went on, and especially over like a winter break training period that we had here, I feel like we got a stronger connection, and we started holding each other more accountable outside of wrestling, like in our academics, in the weight room, in our personal lives, and it kind of helped build us as a team.
hmm I feel like also at first, because of like the upperclassmen, we felt like we couldn't say anything because like we're the freshmen, we're the fish coming in, but we all definitely learned like we have a voice too, and we started voicing the things that we needed in the practice room or that we needed in the weight room, and it definitely helped throughout season.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a really big step for a freshman to have that leadership and to just obviously display that leadership to the point where you were voted as team captains. Going forward, what are you seeing? Uh, have you met many recruits coming in? Do you know what the goal is for the next year as far as numbers and those types of things?
We're definitely trying to build a bigger team. We want like a lot of people who are willing to work hard and like do the hard thing, do the right thing, even if it's not the thing you want to do. And like people that just want to hold each other accountable. I feel like that's really,
Yeah.
we've met a couple of the recruits. They're definitely all very kind, hardworking people, have goals that they want to achieve. And I feel like BV would be a great place for a lot of them for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's go back and talk about your careers individually. We'll start with Savannah from
Okay.
Texas. When did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling my freshman year of college. Of high school. Of high
High
school.
school.
Not college.
Just started. No,
Sorry,
so
Mommy.
why did you start wrestling?
Well, actually, I tried out for the volleyball team and didn't make it. So, so my one of my coaches at the time was like, "Well, Savannah, you're kind of mean and aggressive, so you should join wrestling." And I was like, "Well, I can't be an ARP, so yeah." And so then I did, and now I'm here.
So there's a point in time when and I'm going to ask you the same question. So, Lana, you're going to get a little bit ahead of, you're going to be able to prepare for this. At
Dang.
what point did it become something you were trying to do to the point where you loved it and you knew it's something you wanted to do?
Mhm. I feel like probably at the end of my sophomore year. I don't know. The switch definitely flipped in my head at least. That like it used to feel like, dang, I have to go to practice, or dang, like I have a tournament this weekend, so like I get to go to practice, I get to wrestle, I get to get better every day. And that was probably around like districts. I think I was a runner up maybe. And it really like that was so aggravating for me. So that's what.
All right. I'll go over to Lana. When did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling my junior year of high school.
Well, so you did not have a lot of time prior.
Nope.
Uh, Same question. Why did you start wrestling? Especially as a junior, that's tough to do.
Yeah, we didn't have a program until I was a junior in high school. It was just guys wrestling strictly because Southeast Iowa didn't really have very many like women's wrestling opportunities. Um, and my best friend brought me to a meeting about a random sport I had no idea about, and I came home with papers about ordering singlets and figuring out what to wear to practices. So I just kind of got thrown into it.
Same question then. So when did it become something that you were just trying out to something that you're like, man, I could really see myself doing this?
Um, my first tournament weekend of my senior year, we had like a Friday and a Saturday tournament. Um, and I got second place at both of them, and they were definitely like tournaments I could have won.
Mm.
And I guess like a switch just slipped in my head, and I was like, I actually do love this. I want to try and work harder at it. And so I started fixing my mindset, and it really helped me on the mat, and it made me realize like this is actually something I love.
And I'll ask you both, and it absolutely doesn't matter. I was not a state qualifier even, but I did go on to wrestle in college, and actually had a better college career than I did have a high school career, and I've been coaching for 20 some years now. How did your high school careers finish? Did you qualify for state? Did you place at state? Any of those things?
My senior year, I qualified for state and I placed fifth.
Very nice.
I qualified my junior year and went one and two, and then my senior year I placed fourth.
Very good. So I'll ask Savannah this because you got to actually be there. Did you get to watch any of the girls' state tournament? Did you see any of the Iowa State tournament
This year,
this year?
I watched some of it online
Okay.
on like the live stream.
I was gonna see if we could compare and contrast the two different tournaments because Alannah and I know the Iowa tournament, and it's a pretty big deal having it separated from the boys. Is your tournament separated from the boys too?
Ours, no, it isn't. It's we have boys and girls still
Gotcha.
wrestling, yep, at the
What's your
same time.
thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that? I mean, you saw just bits and pieces of the Iowa one, but what's your thoughts on the Iowa
Um,
tournament?
Honestly, I'm like, I never thought of the Iowa tournament. I thought it was
Yeah,
kind of weird at first that the girls were wrestling by themselves. At first, I was kind of like, oh, why are they isolating the girls? But now it's kind of like, wait, no, like they're not isolating. Like the girls need their show, and
yeah,
because it is a big thing, like it's a really big thing to see how involved everybody is. Because like you think, well, it's just high school wrestling, but like for Iowa, it's not just high school wrestling. So many people are involved, and it's like still a big thing to. I'm not even from here, and I got involved, so that's crazy.
yeah. So being at the state tournament, Alannah, what are your thoughts on that tournament?
Uh, it's it's a I don't know, it's a big deal. Like it like f being there, like feeling like even like from the second I stepped in the weigh-in lines, like looking around, knowing like all these girls I used to like my junior year when I really didn't take wrestling that seriously, like watching them on like I wrestle and like on like different kind of TikToks and like, oh my gosh, I'm in the same tournament as them. Like it was like a starstruck kind of moment because I didn't think I fit in very well with them because I was still kind of a newbie. Um, but like now watching it as like someone who went and like experienced it, I still think it's a big deal. And it's kind of cool that like we take it that seriously.
Hmm.
How about Texas? Texas is not known for a lot of wrestling there, but there's been some really good wrestlers come out of Texas, right?
There's, yeah,
Some incredibly good wrestlers have come out of Texas. What's the culture down in Texas as far as wrestling? How is it perceived? I know football's king, right?
football is, yeah, that is how, but wrestling, I think it's definitely getting up there. We have there's like a lot of programs, and I feel like our state is pretty big. I mean, I haven't
Mhm.
really seen other ones, but, um, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's just like the same. I don't even know how to describe it. People typically think like, oh, you're a wrestler, or that's not very common, but other than that, like, yeah, no one like it's not a common sport. That's the only difference,
Yeah.
I would say.
And Texas is kind of crazy. I mean, you guys have high school football stadiums that are way bigger and larger and more expensive than
Mm.
probably all of the D3 in your conference stadiums put together.
Yeah, we're just passionate, Everything's bigger in Texas, so sorry.
We'll go with it. That's perfect. So let's get to know each of you just a little bit better as far as just individuals and let's start with food because food's such an important thing,
What a good
right?
topic.
I love talking about food because I just enjoy it. I'm getting shorter and fatter every day, so I enjoy
Me too.
food.
Me too.
So Texas barbecue is that what you miss the most about Texas right now?
Um, no, actually, the most I miss about Texas is HEB. And I swear it's not only a Texas thing, but in my town we do HEB or like HEB does sushi Wednesdays, and the sushi is so bomb.com. I have to go every single Wednesday and get the sushi, and it's like fresh and it's so good. That's what I miss
Yeah,
from
because where you're at. You're not far from the Gulf, are you?
like 2 hours.
2 hours. So I mean, you're getting fresh sushi. You're not getting
Barely.
gas station Walmart sushi from. So so if you could go out and do anything you want, are you saying sushi's where you're going?
Yeah, always, for
What's your
sure.
favorite? What's your roll? What's your favorite roll, man?
Put any of them, but like maybe like a California roll, even though that's
That's
kind of
that's
basic.
awful basic. It's very basic.
But like the stuff with the top, like the toppings on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yes. Don't yuck my yum. It is good.
Get
A
their
lot of
basic.
a lot of wasabi or not?
Oh yeah, always wasabi and the ginger.
And ginger. Very good.
Hmm.
I learned a little trick through doing these interviews. If you take your eel sauce or soy sauce, mix it with your wasabi, it's the same in every bite then. Just
Hmm.
just to throw it out there.
Maybe I should do that. That way I don't get like the random like spike of my head's gonna fall off because it's burning.
Yeah, and all of a sudden your sinuses are completely cleared.
Oh
And
yeah.
how about you, Alannah? What
That
where
too.
where should we go out to eat in Burlington? If I head out to Burlington with you, where are we going to go out to eat?
Uh, lips to go.
Lips to go.
It's a
And
Burlington thing. It's called chicken lips.
okay.
And I think about them all the time, and I'm not gonna lie. Because like there's not a thing up here. Like I would talk about it and people look at me like I'm dumb. But it's like a giant chicken tender, like massive chicken tender, and it's like smothered in buffalo sauce. And it like you just dip it in like the ranch that they have at the Lips to Go restaurant, and it's mouth-watering. I'm just thinking about it. I'm like but yeah, when I go home for spring break, that's the first thing I'm getting.
So
I
if
might
we
get that
can
every
if
day.
we can compare and contrast lips to go, chicken tenders, yeah, everybody talks about Canes, right?
It's way
Is
better.
it even is there even a
There's
comparison?
not even a comparison at all.
So when you're done weighing in, right, we got to get ready for matches. what's the go-to foods and how do we get hydrated?
I start by chugging my water bottle. It's gone it's so quickly gone. And then I do like a Gatorade electrolyte packet or just like a liquid IV. And then for food wise, I really like honey and banana. That's like I swear I probably eat too many bananas throughout the day, but they're so good with honey. So that's my go-to.
That's a good combo. I like that
Yeah.
combo. How about you, Alannah?
I like a drink lineup. So I bring my water to weigh-ins with me. So the second I step off that scale, it's down. It's down like I'm chugging it. And then I go and fill it back up and I have my water, some type of energy drink, some type of electrolyte, so like Gatorade or Powerade, sugar-free, obviously, 'cause that's the best kind.
Obviously.
And then Diet Coke. I'm a Diet Coke person. I drink Diet Coke so much, it's a problem. It really is a problem. But I have all four of those and I kind of just like take a drink from each of them like in a row like that.
And then she like leaves them sitting everywhere
Yeah.
on the floor, so you'll step on them or knock them over.
Anyways, and food wise, I like to go for an apple and honey. Um, a green apple and honey, and some type of like carb
Like
to
peanut butter.
soak up all those drinks. So yeah.
The green apple is actually have a contrast between more is it like are you talking like Granny Smith where it's a little more sour? You got a little
Yeah.
sour and sweet thing going on
The
there.
big
That's
ones
nice.
too.
Like the
And
big
like the
Granny
juicy
Smith.
ones that like when you take a bite, it's
It's
like
just dripping down your face. Yeah. That apple I want.
So for both you, what's something that from the outside looking in at a wrestler, what's something what we would never guess that you do or enjoy doing, like a hobby?
For both of us. For both of us, it'd be coloring.
No,
Oh,
I
I
mean
don't
it,
like coloring.
Coloring doesn't,
you can have individuals, but coloring is awesome. I'm glad you said that.
I don't know why, but like we both just got on a
That's all we do.
coloring, it's
It's
all
all we
we
do.
do. Like we'll go to each other's room and just like walk in with our coloring book and markers in hand and it's we're coloring
Hours for hours.
for
It's
hours.
a problem.
We're also really, really good at Uno.
Mm.
Even though
Okay.
that's not a hobby, but we force other people to play with
Like
us.
our team is really, really competitive in Uno No Mercy.
One time we played for 5 hours.
Straight,
So
5 hours straight.
so you could like maybe be a competitive Uno players. That
Oh
might
yeah.
be
Yeah.
something that
Yeah.
would
Oh,
be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if there's competitive cup flipping and all that crap or cup stacking, I there's got to be competitive Uno somewhere. There
yeah,
has to
no,
be.
and we would be on that team for
We
sure.
yeah, we'd win the whole thing.
So when we're talking about coloring books, are we talking about like those adult ones that you really have to be detailed and thin lined, or are we talking more like you're grabbing Bluey and all
Um,
these? Are what are we coloring?
it's like a mixture. They're like called Comfort and Cozy or Cozy and Comfort or something.
Cozy and comfort.
But it's just like cute little animated figures, like random things, like a weird looking dog that's like making coffee in a coffee shop, or like a whale on a couch at a fireplace, or random things like that.
Yeah.
We just yeah,
Do you color the at meets at all? Do you bring your colors along?
we did not unlock
No,
that.
no, we haven't yet.
Mm-mm.
I think you need to start. So,
We
Coach
will.
Shepard, Professor Shepard, however you guys refer to him, Dr.
Chef,
Shepard. I'm not sure what we Shep.
chef.
So,
Yep.
him and his daughter Tatum. I don't know if you've ever met Tatum. If she's ever come up to the room or not. They started that actually with our team is trying to get people's focus away from being nervous and going away from the matches. We started coloring. That's one of the things our
Oh,
team does a lot of. So
nice.
it's effective. And actually it
No,
was Coach
that's a,
Shepard that came up with that
wow.
whole idea, I believe. So
Dang, I guess we'll have to give him credit for something.
well, you
Right.
know, I mean, you gotta do what's best for him. You know, do you, either of you had Professor Shepard or whatever we're calling? Because I just call him Jason, but
No,
No.
I think I should have him with next year, like next actual year or the year after.
Yeah, I
I'm not
think
sure.
we have to take some type of gen ed with him maybe, but that's
Like
probably
core
it.
class. Yeah.
so
Yep.
moving a little kind of similar question, but if you didn't have wrestling, if wrestling wasn't in your lives, which is, you know, probably, and it actually hasn't been in your lives that long, what would you put your energy into?
Cool. I would be an academic weapon, even sharper than I am now. I'd be in, I don't know. It
Yeah.
would be school.
Very good.
I don't really know. I was a dancer my whole life, and before I had wrestling, I was like thinking about dancing at the next level. So I might have danced in college. I might have just gone to college to focus on school. Yeah.
Both good things. School's good. I have different stories. We'll cut those at sometime at practice. I can tell you what not to do in college,
Oh, you've
and
already given us some tips. So
yeah, I have some really good tips. So that's important stuff. Um, let's move down here. Vacations. You know, I don't know how much you get an opportunity to go on vacation, but a bucket list vacation place. Where would you like to go?
Um, I'd say Dublin, Ireland around St. Patrick's Day. That's got to be a culture shock. I'm ready for it.
Are
Yeah.
you Irish?
No.
no, but like technically,
My
because
my birthday is on St. Patrick's Day, so it's
Oh,
like it'd
cool.
be a birthday celebration and it would be a really fun like trip.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
I think I'd want to go to Switzerland. I really, well, my uncle to used to tell me a lot about Switzerland, and like he told me it was on a list of things that I should, list of places I should go. And then also, it just looks really nice. It's just so pretty, almost like AI, for sure.
It,
And I just want to see it with
I
my own eyes.
Yeah, things have changed throughout this. I've started this. This is about a year and a half into doing these interviews. It always was beaches or mountains was everybody's thing, wherever Colorado or Florida or Gulf or somewhere. And now the majority of people actually are saying Europe. And so you guys are definitely not alone in that. If so, this is going to be probably the hardest question I ask you. And if I need to come, and we're going to relate this to BV, the BV team. When I do these, I obviously have to put, I don't have to, but I put these on YouTube and I need a YouTube, um, I need a thumbnail, right? And every thumbnail has a catchy tagline. What would be a good tagline for the BV team? Are your involvement in wrestling at BV something related to what you guys are doing?
Um,
Hmm,
It's not an easy question.
that is not easy.
I don't know.
That is hard. I actually have no clue.
Like,
How about through let's think about the journey throughout the year. How maybe it started to where it finished. Is there something that you can think of in there that, you know, uh, maybe something that was negative that's become a positive, challenges that the team has faced?
What?
it talks. Mm,
I feel like our team has a lot of diversity on it. There's like a lot, we have a lot of different types of people.
yeah,
Like
like
everyone,
personalities.
yeah, everyone's personality is so different.
Um,
I'm not sure how we could loop
I might
that
be
in.
able to figure
I
something.
mean,
I might be able to figure something out with that. That's a good thing.
Be
I
our
know you
chat
guys did.
GPT.
I know you guys did mindset training this year. Did you have
mhm.
what? Talk to me a little bit about mindset training because I've thought about doing these things. I mean, I do it as a coach, but not probably to the level that you guys are doing. What are some of the things you guys did for in the mindset classes or the hours that you spent doing that?
Talked a lot about like things that we're grateful for, of course, and like our goals and whatnot. But we also did like why we do the things we do and like what are things that I can do that make me a better wrestler? Like how do I feel or what can I do to make me feel make me have more courage or what can I do to make me feel better about myself or what makes me feel confident and how can I what can I control to make me feel more confident? I feel like that was a big thing. And then also I used to do this when I was journaling, but I would journal about my day, like three things that I did right and three things that I could work on. And that was definitely a big help as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we set goals at the beginning of the year, and a lot of our like mindset training was like based off of like how do we get to those goals, but also improving ourselves like in the long run.
Hmm.
Um, and like spinning it back to like towards the end of the season, we reflected back on those goals and we were like, well, we completed that one, we completed that one. Like, what can we do to finish this out with the season?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And you mentioned confidence. Confidence is such a big thing in wrestling. but it's also such a big thing in life. Have you been able to gain confidence throughout this year in your wrestling or just in everyday life?
I would say yeah,
Yeah.
actually. I feel like my confidence still isn't completely there, but based off of how I started this season, I'm definitely like I walk around with my shoulders back for sure and my head held high. So I would say I've worked on it for sure and it's helped.
Yeah. I'm a really introverted person, so coming in, I didn't really talk to anybody. Like even like 3 days ago, our lifting coach legit told me he didn't know I could talk. So I feel like, especially like with the turnaround of like second semester, I've grown like with my confidence, and I've talked and I've kind of put myself like in situations where I have to like be outgoing and like talk to people where it makes me uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Yeah. Being comfortable,
Yeah.
being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's super important. Super important. So both of you have kind of a late start to wrestling. And I think it's awesome to see where you're at now. And actually what you achieved in just a short period of time in high school and now coming to college and doing very well. What do you hope that your story says to that next group of girls coming up? Maybe some of those girls that are freshmen just getting started or juniors that maybe came out this year or for next year. What do you think your story can tell those next girls?
Mm, I would say lead by example. Like we both kind of follow that like
We do.
heavy, but
We quote it, I don't
I
know how many
know,
times a day.
yeah, I don't like, especially in high school, like to tie us back to like, I did start late, but my whole team started late. Like my first year was everybody's first year. So
Mhm.
what set me above the rest was like, I would go into practice and I would work my butt off and I would have a hard practice every single day. And I would come out of it with a good mindset and I would come out of it with a good attitude. And like that kind of taught my teammates like you you can lead by example. Like you can work hard and still like have fun with the sport. Like that hard work really set me up for success and it showed like everyone around me that it's possible to like have those hard days but still look past that and have fun doing the sport that you chose to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finding success in that short period of time is really, really good.
I think a lot of it is also like you being able or like you be willing to do the hard work that others aren't willing to do. Or like work hard when nobody's looking. Like you're doing it for you at the end of the day. And I feel like more people need to understand that.
Yeah, especially in college. There's from the jump from high school to college, and this is what I noticed and see if you guys kind of on the same thing. Um, in high school, technique kind of was king, right? If you were a good technician, good athlete, you were decent. Well, everybody in college is pretty good athlete. It has pretty decent technique. So sometimes it's mindset. Maybe sometimes it's being that having that little bit of edge, being a little mean. Uh, Sometimes I felt like people would rather kill me than actually beat me in the sport. You know, what do you think
Yeah.
the jump is from high school to college wrestling?
I'm not sure if this is like what you're asking, but I like to say that like every weekend at college is like wrestling state in high school. Everyone has a goal and they're all
Yeah.
going out there and getting
Yeah.
it. Like they're coming to rip your head off the mat and like rip your the wait. They're coming
Yep.
on the mat to rip your head off, and
Yeah.
you have to be willing to do the same, or else like you're gonna get shoved into the mat and put on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more aggressive.
Hmm.
Um, the work ethic is a lot higher in college, so you have to keep up with it. You just basically have to be willing to like put in extra work and work hard because everybody else is doing it too.
Hmm.
So that bare minimum or like you could get through in high school is like it's not anything compared to college.
I also feel like in high school you're doing it because like oh it's fun, but you chose to wrestle in college.
Right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
chose to follow through, and so everyone that's like still around is it's definitely at a higher level.
Yeah.
So when you get old and your beard starts getting gray like mine, and you're sitting on your porch and you're yelling at kids to get off your lawn, and you're just an old crabby person, and you look back, what are you going to remember the most about wrestling?
Probably the people that I've met. I feel like there are so many different, like, yes, wrestling taught me hard work and it's definitely shaped me as a person. Like, I won't be who I am today without wrestling. But, like, there's so many people wrestling has introduced me to who have also impacted my life, and like I have learned so many life lessons from, and just like whether it's friends or coaches, I feel like it's all important at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, wrestling's definitely given me a lot of opportunities to meet new people.
Hmm.
And a lot of those like relationships I even like though I live like pretty far away from home, well not too far compared to some but people, but pretty far away from home, like I still have those connections and they still support me from afar. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's something.
It's given me a lot of relationships that I'm gonna cherish for
Yeah.
Yeah.
quite a long
It's
time.
amazing because I've asked that question again for about the last 2 months. Not one person has said anything else but the relationships and the things that they've gained from the sport. Nobody talks about a specific match or winning this or winning that. It's always about who they've met. So I think I always find that interesting. Um, you kind of answered this question, but I always ask it. And since you're in college, you guys are really good at answering fill in the blank questions or short answers. Here's your short answer question for the day. Wrestling has taught me to do what? What's wrestling taught you?
Shoot. Wrestling has taught me to I think wrestling has taught me like the main thing for me is like grow my mindset. Because like obviously it's a physical sport, but like I feel like grown so much, like like matured so much, and like mentally grown as a person because of the sport.
Yeah, I guess like kind of bouncing off of that, um, wrestling definitely taught me that like your mind is the thing that gives up. So like you can always keep going, like regardless of what it is. And I like not the limit is like skies high. So I feel like that's what I've learned.
Now, here's another maybe a hard question for you. I just a couple of them that are hard, but in the whole scheme of things, we know there's an organization called Wrestle Like a Girl, right? And I'm not asking you anything about the organization. I'm saying, what do you think it means to wrestle like a girl?
Um, you put yourself out there to like work hard and show like because obviously wrestling's an individual sport. Like your coaches are on the mat with you, your teammates are on the mat with you, like it's just you. So I think wrestle like a girl is really like you're putting yourself in a vulnerable spot to like show who you are as a person and as an athlete, and you're putting yourself out there to show up like authentically who you are as a wrestler. Because
Yeah.
girls
Like you show up and you show out. You're tough and you're mean and you can scrap and everything.
and your hair looks good while you do it.
Hmm.
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 Or it looked good when you started doing it, because usually
Right. Yeah.
so do you braid a lot, or are you more of a just a ponytail and go?
I'm a big braider.
Me too. I hate when my hair gets in my face.
Same, it rage baits me. I braid for practice, I braid for competition, braid for it all.
The other option you could do is more something like
Oh.
this. That's a possibility. And then now hear me out. You go with
Mm-mm.
that, and then Paige's brother Brock does tattoos, right? And you go
From
to
the back.
Brock and you get like a dragon tattoo throughout your whole head.
You know
Wait, I
what?
kind of want
Wait.
You know how tough you would look if you walked
that.
out there
Really
with a
Yeah.
tattooed
scary.
head?
Look good, feel good. So
Hmm.
put that in the consideration.
It's probably up there on the list right now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for sure, for
You're
sure.
really considering it, I can
Hmm.
tell.
Yeah, it's on my Pinterest board.
Oh.
Sorry, do you manifest things through your board? Is that something you do with your Pinterest board
Occasionally.
occasionally? Does it
It's
work?
on there. Uh, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. If I look at it enough, then eventually it might happen. So
Okay. So I would probably get yelled at by Paige and everybody if
Ooh.
we didn't talk about why do you think that somebody should come to BV, and give us your recruiting pitch to come to BV.
Um,
we were just talking.
okay. So girls should come to BV because it is a small campus. And I've met so many people outside of wrestling. Like I don't like a lot of my friends aren't wrestlers, and obviously I'm friends with the wrestlers as well. But I met people outside of the sport, and it made me feel more home and feel made me feel more welcome within the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like our coaches here, like they're here for us as not just coaches, but as people too. Like
Yeah.
I could call Storm at like midnight and be like, "Hey girl, what's up?" And she would still answer the phone. Like,
Probably annoyed, but
yeah, but she still
she
answers.
still
She would
answers.
still answer. Like they're there for us as people and not just coaches, which
Yeah.
also makes you feel right at home.
Mm-hmm. And then like on top of that, I was feeling homesick my first couple weeks here, and like they invited her and Carlos invited me over for a home cooked meal, and that was for sure a lot of help. And then like along with that, like feeling like a home here, your teachers also get to know you very closely. Like if you don't show up to class, you will get an email asking where you're at and to come to class. Or like someone will come
Yeah.
knocking on your
Like
door.
they're concerned about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone here just like cares. Like the ladies in the CAE or the library, they get to know you on a first name basis. The Sodexo, which is our serve, you just talk to everybody. It's a very small town feel, and
Mhm.
you like walk past somebody and you say hey. It's like you don't like this is something we don't do in my home or like where I'm from. Like we don't wave at each other anytime we pass by. That was definitely a shock, but I really like that here. I feel as though
Very good. How about the cafeteria? I mean, I've eaten there multiple times when people come up. I think it's pretty good. I don't know.
we think it's
I
great.
The wraps are good, and so are the sandwiches.
Someone needs to give us less meal swipes.
Oh, the ice cream's good here.
But there's definitely like variety. Like if you don't like what's at the first station, just go to the next station.
Yeah, there's like everything. Like
You'll like
everything you can think
something.
of.
And also if you don't like something, then you can talk to Ken and he'll help you out for sure. Which is really good about this school.
Yeah.
Ken like will open his ears, open the kitchen.
so Texas is a little warmer on average than Iowa.
Just a tad. I barely even
How's
noticed.
how has that culture shock, not culture shock, but temperature shock
It was
been for you?
very, very shocking. I refused to wear my coat for the longest because I wanted to fit in and nobody else was wearing their coat yet. But it was freezing. One day I was coming to practice and my hands were so cold. I was like crying. And like the team, they didn't know what to do. And they were like all holding my hands and we were trying to heat up my hands because I was so cold. But I don't know. I feel like I'm getting used to it for sure. I'm probably gonna think it's hot when I get home. So
Oh, for
we'll
sure.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alannah, is she kind of a wimp? I mean, you were walking to practice probably in your shorts and t-shirt, and she's in a full parka. Is that?
No, I probably was next to her. I don't like cold here. And this the
I hate
winters,
cold
the
too.
winter is crazy.
Yeah, no, I hate cold too. I don't even know why I live in Iowa, but it's
Same,
probably for
same.
those friendly people.
Oh yeah, for
Hmm.
sure. I wouldn't be in Iowa if it weren't for BB, so
Big facts, big dog.
I think I've covered most everything. The last thing I usually do, and it doesn't have to be about this, but just final thoughts, maybe advice to younger people thinking about going to college and wrestling, or but it can be whatever. Little final thought for the day.
Oh.
okay, my advice to younger people would be like thoughts on wrestling in college. I didn't want to wrestle in college at the end of my senior year. I was really like, no, I don't want to do it. But then I don't remember who, but they were like, open your eyes to the idea of it. And so I did, and I went on visits and I really looked at all my options. And I kind of just like was open-minded about it and I didn't close it off completely. And now I'm really glad I did because I cannot imagine like not coming here and not going to college and wrestling.
Yeah.
So I just say give it a shot.
I would say like my advice would probably be like soak it all up while you have it. Because I didn't think I was gonna wrestle in college either. And so like the state tournament my senior year, I really took it all in. And it was a really like it made the experience so much better for me because I thought that was my end. Like I thought that was done right there and then. And luckily I wasn't, but soak it all up while you have it because you never know when your last match is gonna be your last match.
Yeah, time flies.
Well, very good. It's been fun getting to know you guys here a little bit better, but it's fun being at practice with you guys too. I can't wait to see where we take the club for the year and in the future. And I'm sure that your team is going to it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. You guys are great leaders already as freshmen. Can't wait to see what it's like when you guys are seniors. So thank you much. I'm going to hit the stop button real quick, but I do have to tell you, ask you a few favors. So hold on a second.